Hello, hello, hello. Mhm. I'm here. I wasn't here yesterday, but we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that. Anyway, welcome to the Natural Girls Club Alive, where self love is the best love, and we are becoming the women that we desire to be together. So I am Tashian the Divine. I wasn't here yesterday, and I just wasn't feeling it. And I know that I'm supposed to do things even when I don't feel like doing them. I am fully aware of that, and that is something I do my best to live by. However, I just didn't have it in me yesterday. So, yesterday I spent the day just doing some reflection, doing some processing about why I felt the way I did, what I needed to do differently, just thinking about my situation in its entirety. And that definitely helped because I was able to make today an even better day. And I'll go more in detail about what I learned from yesterday and what I'm maneuvering or what I'm doing to maneuver my life more effortlessly so that I don't have to neglect my commitments moving forward. But because I took the time to process and just let myself be yesterday, I was able to have an even better day today because the things that I did today are things that I thought about yesterday. So today, my day was great. I had a great day. I've started something new where I I treat my business like a 9 to 5, and this morning I did part of it here at home. I started at 9 a.m. and then I went to the library and I was there until 5 p.m. So that's something that I've been doing, and just today I started it today and I love it. It is helping me get the things done that I need to get done. And right now, this part of my life is about prioritizing my security and creating stability in my life, securing my needs, and that involves me making more money. And I don't have a 9 to 5. I do have a job, but it's not that many hours. I don't work that many hours, so I don't technically have a 9 to 5, so I'm treating this like my 9 to 5. And in addition, I'm also open to another job, or um, I'm just open to seeing what other jobs I can get, or if anything presents itself to me, I'm open to that. But in the meantime, I am focusing on my business and my projects. So that was great. I got a lot done. I was able to pour into myself a little bit. I didn't wake up as early as I would need to have the balance that I want to have, but I'm taking it one day at a time. So that was my day. My day was great. My intention for the day was to just show up for myself because I didn't show up for myself the way that I wanted to yesterday. So that was my main priority today. And I'm really proud of myself. So now let's get into yesterday and the things that I've learned. One mantra that I have created for myself is do what you need to do so that you can do what you need to do. And basically, that to me, that means okay, I know that there's certain things that I need to do in order to set me up to do the things that I also need to do. Maybe they're not like great needs, but they're desires. To me, I feel like my desires are basically needs as well. My need for fun, my need for pleasure, my need for comfort, my need for security, my need for food, um, my need for my need to look good. my desires are kind of like my needs to me. So doing what I need to do, for example, I know that making money is something that's important to me. So I need to put in time to create my content, to work on my school community, to work on my business. So in order for me to do that, I need to wake up early. I need to make sure that I am in a good energy, a good vibration, so that I have the energy and I have the good vibes to pour into my projects. I need to make sure that I go outside. I know that nature is healing for me. I know that nature help balances my energy. And because I'm focusing on work that is a need of mine, I have to do these things before I can do these things. Or doing these things will help me do these things. So that's just something that I thought about yesterday. Doing what you need to do so you can do what you need to do. And another reason why I thought about that is because I tend to have excuses sometimes, or I cling to things that are unhealthy. I sometimes, well, let me speak in past tense because I'm no longer resonating with that version of me. I would focus on being comfortable, or I would talk myself out of doing what I need to do because I don't feel like it, whatever the case may be. Maybe I had a bad day, maybe something triggered me. I would stop myself from doing certain things because of various different reasons, but in reality, the things that I stop myself from doing are what I need to help me feel better, what I need to help me perform better, what I need to help me show up for myself, what I need to help me pour into myself. So instead of clinging to my comforts, especially the unhealthy ones, instead of giving myself excuses, I am now just making myself do the things that I know are healthy for me so that I can show up in the way that I want to. Because ultimately, I want to show up. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to put myself in a different position because my actions help me do that. So I can no longer give myself excuses, basically. Like, I know what to do. I know what makes me feel good. So I just have to do that so that I can show up in the other areas of my life. For example, again, like going outside. Yesterday I smoked, but really like ganja. I smoked, but whenever I smoke, I go outside. Really, what I'm needing is outside. I'm needing fresh air. I'm needing nature. I'm needing to take deep breaths. I'm not necessarily needing the weed, but it helps. But that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. It's just that I do outside and smoking simultaneously. Really, all I needed to do was go outside. So I took a mental note of that. I'm just like, you don't need to smoke. Just go outside. So it's just like finding what works for me, what heals me, what pours into me, and actually doing those things. Because I really don't need to indulge in any of my negative habits if I pour into myself. When I pour into myself, I feel good. When I do what I'm supposed to do, I feel good. I don't even think about the negative things in my life or stress about anything. So really, all it comes down to is just doing what I need to do. I'm not getting any people visiting my lives. I think that's interesting. But I'm not getting any bots, anything. Also, one thing that I've been processing as well, there's certain things in our lives that come with requirements. And those requirements are the things that I need to do. And for everyone, that looks different. For example, I want more money, more abundance in my life. So I'm creating more opportunities for myself. But in order to be a container for these opportunities, I have to expand my capacity. That's a requirement, meaning that I have to make sure that I'm sleeping. And I don't really like to use the term have to. It's important that I choose to go to bed earlier so that I can be more energized to do what it is that I desire to do, for my opportunities, for my business ventures, for my ideas. Make sure that I'm eating healthy so that I can have mental clarity, so that I can follow my intuition clearly and have these great ideas and act on them. Making sure that I'm not indulging in any negativity so that I can have mental clarity, emotional stability. So there's requirements that comes with these different things in our lives that we desire, and it just is what it is. There's no way around it. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm facing something that is kind of difficult for me. Releasing my old ways of being. Like, I was an ex lazy girl. And when I say lazy girl, I mean, I don't really like to be uncomfortable. And this phase of my life is pushing me to be uncomfortable. There's certain things that I've been doing for a long time that is my safe space that helps me feel comfortable, even though some of them might have came from trauma or negativity. But I'm at a phase in my life where I am being pushed to release these habits, etc., that I cling to for comfort, that helps me feel comfortable and move in a different direction. And it's difficult. It's difficult. And this phase of my life, it's like, okay, yes, this is difficult, but if you can't do this, if you can't overcome this obstacle, you're gonna, what else is there? There's no way around this obstacle. You have to. And if you can't, you are in no position to tell people to do hard things. How can I tell someone else to do something that's difficult, like leave a relationship, quit an addiction, etc., start a business, when I'm not doing that, when I'm not doing the difficult things? So these are just things that I've been processing in my life. Like, certain things that you desire have requirements, and you have to put yourself in the position to meet those requirements. And if you can't do the hard things, you have no right to tell someone else to do the hard things. So it's now or never, basically. Another thing that I've been navigating this week, especially, and I shared this with you guys a little bit on Monday about saying no and being selfish, but I really realized the importance of being selfish at certain points of your life. No longer showing up for people in ways that you don't need to, especially when you have to show up for yourself. I was, I think a large part of why I struggle with showing up for myself sometimes, because I put myself out there to show up so much for other people, and it has kind of distracted me in a sense. It distracted my energy in a sense. And I'm realizing more and more the importance of saying no and not taking on other people's responsibilities. Funny enough, I was watching this guy on YouTube, Fernando Prudhomme, I think his YouTube is called. I'm not really sure, but he's an astrologer, and he was talking about moon in Capricorn, and my moon is in Capricorn. And he was talking about how women with moon in Capricorns, or people with moon in Capricorns, tend to be very unhappy because they take on a lot of people's burdens and responsibilities because they feel that they have to. And ever since then, that has always been in the back of my mind. And I'm really seeing that play out in real time in my life. And I'm stopping myself from entering that realm of causing causing other people and taking on other people's responsibilities to distract me from my own life or make me feel any kind of way, like making me feel resentful because I'm taking on other people's responsibilities because they won't do it. And I've just been processing all that, and I'm really seeing the importance of pouring into yourself first, prioritizing yourself, and saying no when you need to. But that's a big, big, important thing. And I think that especially women should really prioritize that at certain points of their life. Certain points of their life is going to need that. And women tend to nurture and give so much to their detriment. And it's going to catch up to you. You're not going to want to show up for yourself. You're going to be so depleted from pouring into other people that you have no more to pour into yourself. So I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing that for myself. And I am choosing to be selfish in this part of my life. Selfish with boundaries and with harmony and reason. One other thing I thought about too, and I always talk about this, but men and women can't be the same productivity wise. And I keep learning that lesson. This is the one lesson that I think I keep learning over and over. I hope that's not too loud, but this is the one lesson I keep learning over and over because I keep learning it in different ways. And one way that I've learned it this time is I need to give myself chill days. And I actually got this idea from a man, but I think it's especially important for women to implement this, giving ourselves chill days where we don't do anything. And I feel like one of the reasons why I needed that day yesterday is because I don't really give myself chill days. I do on Sundays, but I think one day isn't enough, like where you just don't do anything. And I'm going to test that out. I'm going to give myself a version of a chill day while still showing up for myself as far as the necessities like meditating, working out, what else, like reading, like all the necessities that I need for myself are the things that I'm going to do and not necessarily focus on working. So Sundays, and in addition to Sundays, another day. And most likely that's going to be Friday because I already have like a Fridays is already kind of like my chill day in a sense, but I'm gonna still work on it and see how I could make it even more chill while still showing up for myself. So we'll see, or maybe we'll see if I need another day besides Friday, because Friday I do my self-care. Friday I usually go out somewhere to like reward myself for the week, do something fun, do something that is not work related. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to keep testing it out and I'll let you guys know what I come up with and what's working for me. So I am about to end this soon, but I did want to talk about like what's my formula for navigating life right now. And to me, it's simple. I see what I need, what are the requirements for what I need, what I desire, and I put myself in position to do those things and I practice it and I keep doing it and keep practicing it and keep tweaking as I go. And really all that I do And really, all that I do is like once I keep practicing it and tweaking it, I just do it, and I do my best to uphold that standard so that I can continuously grow as far as being the highest version of myself, being the woman that I desire to be, growing with my money, growing with my business. And I also track what I'm doing as well. I use a habit tracker. It scores me, it gives me a daily score so that I can see how I'm performing to be the best version of myself, to be the woman that I desire to be. I'm also tracking how much time I'm spending working. I'm tracking how much money I'm making, how many subscribers I'm getting, how many followers I'm getting. What else am I tracking right now? My money. So I practice it, I track it, and also especially now, I'm learning to see my capacity. What is my capacity to do anything in one day? How much can I actually do in one day? How much can I actually pour without depleting myself, without burning out over a long period of time? And I'm still learning. Like each phase of my life, I have to relearn what that looks like for me and do that. And as I continue that cycle, I just keep getting better and better, and I just keep continuing that cycle over and over. And another thing is, I work on increasing my capacity as well. I am realistic about my capacity and what I can put out, but I'm also working on increasing it by sleeping earlier, eating better, drinking more water, reading more, learning more. What else? Putting myself in environments where I can be more peaceful, have more quiet, where I can focus for longer, etc. So that is my approach to getting better, becoming the woman of my dreams, navigating life. And I just keep doing that. And so far it's working. And I think the biggest thing is just self reflection, self introspection. So you're constantly checking in with yourself and seeing what parts of yourself you need to change. So that is all for today, for today's Natural Girls Club Live. One thing I am working on too is becoming a better speaker. So today I did my best to be more present as I was speaking. One thing I am noticing is that I trip over my words a lot. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to see how I can decrease the amount of times that happens, but I'm practicing my speech as well. So yeah, that's another thing. But thank you guys for tuning in. And I most likely will not be going live Friday, Saturday, and Sundays I don't go live, but I most likely will not go tomorrow and Saturday because I have a prior engagement that I committed to. So thank you guys for tuning in so far, and make sure you guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed this topic today. And let me know in the comments, what is your motto for navigating life? This is actually one of the questions on my questions game that's going to be out soon. I didn't say it exactly how it is on the game, but I just thought about it. I wasn't going to do a question today, but I do want to know, what's your motto for living life, like navigating life, navigating the peaks and valleys of life. So thank you guys for watching. And also, let me answer that too, because there was something that I wanted to mention about that I didn't say. But for me, navigating the peaks and valleys of life is regular. It's gonna happen. But I feel like it is allowing yourself to be the highest version of yourself so that you can navigate those peaks and valleys with peacefulness, with enlightenment, with clarity, and emotional stability. So that is what my motto for navigating the peaks and valleys of life is for me. And I'm interested to hear yours in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your answer is, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.